Ah. Yo, who's in here? Yo, Burger, Ed, Iverson, what's good? Options. One day we was. Get used to somebody new. Yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How we doing? 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 How we doing, chat? How we doing? Who's in here? Who's in here today? Ed, Zakir, Abdi, Blue Dip. What's good, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How we doing? 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 Is audio good? Are we good? Are we good? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Sub up to the live channel if you haven't. That's where we post the lives. Yo, Iverson, what's good? What's good, Iverson? What's good, Iverson? How we doing today? Talk to me. 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 How we doing? How we doing? Sub up to the live channel if you haven't. Talk to me. Good? Everything good? Alright, perfect. Good, good, good. That's good, bro. Got some scary reacts today. Right, we finally hit 3.7. Big W's, big W's. Big W's. We posted a video today. If you haven't, check it out. Right, watch the video and come back to the live if you haven't checked it out. It's this one right here. This where we post the live streams. I just posted one, what, 23 minutes ago. So go check go check this out, right? If you want to catch more. And yeah. About to do a poll, see which one you guys want to react to first. You know. You subbed, appreciate you. Are you having a good day so far? I'm having that. Let me slow down when I talk. Let me slow down. I'm having a great day, man. What about you, Iverson? I'm having a great day. 5,000 by the end of February. More than that. 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 About to do a poll. See which one you guys want to react to first. About to get a poll up. You know. We gotta make a Discord though. Anybody knows how to work Discord? Who knows? Who wants to be a mod? Who wants to be a mod? All right, polls up. Which one you guys want to watch first? Vote. Can vote. Who wants to be a mod though? $10 mil by the end of that's the mindset, right? That's the mindset. That's the mindset, man. That's the mindset. That's the mindset, man. Okay. Let's check poll results. See what we're working with. Alright, we got the true horror stories first. Okay. We can do that. Mr. Nightmare just posted 3 hours ago. You can watch that. Title change real quick. Got you, Iverson. Got you. Quick title change. You know. I say it was good to the YouTube. We're about to start that. Say it was good to the YouTube. Now, who wants to be mod though? Let me know though, bro. Let me know. Yo, YouTube, we got 3 genuinely scary true horror stories by my boy Mr. Nightmare, man. Just posted 3 hours ago. Let's check it out. Yeah, I remember that game.
My dream was always to get my own place ever since I was in high school. I really couldn't wait to move out because I hated my dad growing up and my mom wasn't much better. We would always buck heads and my dad would always be drunk on the weekends. And honestly, it was just a mess. As I got older and girls obviously became a factor, it became even more of a problem because there was no way I'd bring any girls back to that household. So because of all of this, I took the first chance I could get and moved.
How old is he? How old is he? Did he say?
Out when I was 19 in college. I didn't go away to school.
I'm pausing too early.
I went to a commuter college not far from home. My parents wouldn't pay for me to go away to school. So I was on Zillow, Facebook, and Craigslist every day for a while. And when I finally found a rental that looked promising and affordable, I went to see it right away. The layout is pretty important, so I'll describe it now. As I walked in, I was welcomed with the living room / dining room area, which was one open space.
Okay.
And there was the kitchen adjacent to that, which was separated by a wall. Then, to get to the single bedroom in the apartment, you went down the hallway, which also had 2 closets. One which I used as a pantry and one as a storage closet. And then the door to the bathroom. At the end of the hall was the bedroom. The bedroom was generously sized. It fit a queen-sized bed easily. It had 2 more closets, and I fit a couple of dressers and a TV in there easily. I was sold immediately, especially because it was budget friendly. I moved in the next month, and life was fine. Fast forward a few months maybe. I went out with friends in town, and we ran into some girls we knew. I ended up taking this girl home that I'd known for a while through school, but we'd never hung out in that way. I'll just call her Sammy.
Trying to get active?
We ended up drinking
Sammy?
at my place.
Come
and
on,
watching
man. You couldn't give us a better name than that. Sammy? A girl's name, right? Come on, bro. Yo, anybody, is the audio good? Let me know if everything's good, though. Come on, man. You couldn't give us a better name than that. Sammy? Let me know if audio is good. Everything's good, though. Audio's good? Alright.
Movie, but that was really all we did. She didn't want to take it further than that on our first time hanging out, and I respected that.
Yep.
We ended up in the bedroom finishing the movie that we started in the living room, and I think we both just passed out from being drunk somewhere through the movie. The next thing that happened was I woke up to footsteps outside in the hallway. It was still the middle, and I was alone in the bed. I jumped out of bed. steps outside in the hall through the movie. The next thing that happened was I woke up to footsteps outside in the hallway. It was still the middle of the night. I looked to my side, and I was alone in the bed.
Whoa.
I jumped out of bed, looking down the hallway, and I saw Sammy in the living room grabbing her stuff off the couch, but she was doing so quietly. She was trying to leave now to avoid the awkwardness in the morning, and I understood that. So I didn't say anything and went back to bed quietly. I heard her eventually walk out the front door. For good measure, I called out, "Sammy?" to no response, and that confirmed she was gone. I got comfortable in bed relatively quickly and drifted back off to sleep. It was probably another hour that passed when I woke to something loud. I immediately shot up in my bed and my heart started pounding relatively quickly. I called out, "Sammy?" again. There was no response. I was honestly kind of scared to get up and check, so I picked up my phone and texted Sammy's number asking if she was still in my house. I realized that was a little weird to do, but I was actually scared in that moment. I looked at the door, which was still open because I was too lazy to get up and shut it after Sammy left. I was definitely still a little drunk from the shots we were taking in the living room, but I felt like I saw something wrapped around the door frame.
Yo.
My breathing only intensified. I still can't believe I had the balls to do this, but I swiped down on my iPhone to reveal the control panel thing.
And what do you do?
I pressed the flashlight button, and with the phone still pointed at the door frame, I realized there were two hands wrapped around the door frame.
Wow. Hold on. Wow. Hold on. Wow. Whoa. Okay. 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 Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Was it Sammy or what? Or is it just a random? Why are you holding the door like that? Nah, bro. Like what?
I was alone in the bed. I jumped out of bed, looking down the hallway, and I saw Sammy in the living room grabbing her stuff off the couch.
Oh, I went back. My bad. My bad.
But as if responding immediately to being revealed, whoever's hands they were tightened and then pulled back out of sight. And the scream I was holding in for those 3 seconds finally came out. Mixed with simply screams of dread, I also screamed, get out," over and over. By the time I finally got up, I looked down the hallway, and it looked empty. I flipped on the light immediately. After a few minutes of calming my breathing and just trying to listen for sounds, I built up the courage to check the hallway closets and bathroom, and they were clear. I then moved to the main living area, and trust me, there weren't any places to hide in there. I held my phone as if it were a gun as I crept to the nearest light switch and turned it on. I felt instantly better when the living space was lit up, but there was still the kitchen. I crept to the opening that led to the kitchen, and flicked that light on as well, finally lighting up the entire apartment. There was no one here. I looked behind the couch, I looked under the tables, I even checked the floor-level kitchen cabinets. When I realized it was clear, I ran to the front door to lock it. The weird thing, though, was that I never heard the front door close, and yet there was not a single soul except for me in there.
You sure?
I now tried calling Sammy repeatedly
Your headphones
until
broke
she
out.
picked up. When she did, she sounded tired and confused. I asked her if she was just in my house, and she told me she left a while ago because she couldn't sleep. I didn't explain.
So you can't tell him you left then? What are you talking about? No, that's cap. I'm not believing in it. What do you mean you left because you couldn't sleep? You can't open your mouth and tell him before you leave? Or text, at least?
I just told her my bad. I thought I heard a noise, and then we hung up. I decided to spam call my best friend until he picked up, also sounding tired and confused. I explained everything that just went down, and he said he could tell I was still drunk. His explanation calmed me down though. He said I was sleep deprived and still drunk, and I had a mid-wake up hallucination. It made a little sense actually, considering I never heard the front door shut. I eventually could laugh it off and apologized for waking him up. I went back to my room, shut and locked the door, and I actually calmed myself down enough to fall asleep. The next morning, I did another search around the apartment, and it was without a doubt clear. So I went on with my day. But at some point, I thought back to that supposed hallucination I had of those hands wrapped around the doorframe the night before. I walked to my room and examined the doorframe, and I think my heart stopped for a moment when I saw obvious fingerprints left in the exact positions the hands I saw on the doorframe had been.
Oh, hell no.
I felt dizzy, coming to the realization that it wasn't a hallucination. I took this picture of it, which I still have in my iCloud years later.
No way, no way, no way. We got proof. Yes! Yo, appreciate you for the sub. Wow. That's crazy. We got a real picture. Wow, bro. Caver King, appreciate you for the sub.
I resorted to calling my dad for advice, and he more or less called me a buffoon for not locking the door, but as long as nothing was stolen and no one was there anymore, take it as a valuable learning lesson. Honestly, nothing my dad said on that phone call was untrue. That's what sucks. I don't know who the hell came into my apartment that night.
Yo,
I
Xavier,
don't know why they chose to do the literal creepiest
you just
thing
missed
they could
the
have
first
possibly
story.
done. But after my year-long lease was up, I moved on and upgraded apartments and never looked back.
Hell no, nigga. Nah, that's crazy. What? We're on story 2, Xavier. Story 2, story 2. Nah, what, bro? Nah, that's crazy, yo. Mr. Nightmare be bringing the heat, bro. Talk to them, bro. What? Come on, man. Mr. Nightmare don't disappoint, bro. Talk to them. Talk to them, bro. Love is a feeling. Ding. Give it when I want. Ding. Story 2, Stephen A. Smith.
My parents' house never really felt like a parent's house. Not in the normal way, at least.
What do you mean?
My dad traveled for work constantly, and my mom was always out with friends or staying over my aunt's house, or doing something else where she'd come home late or not at all. I know that sounds kind of messed up, but it was just the reality. It wasn't like they abandoned me or anything. It was more like they were always busy and always somewhere else. So from the time I was like 16 and up, I basically lived alone. I ate dinner alone most nights, I watched TV alone, I'd be the only person in the house for an entire weekend sometimes. I'm an only child, and I think that's because my parents realized after having me how much they valued their own freedom. So in that regard, I did suffer, which is something I feel more now as an adult. When I was younger, I used to love it because it felt like freedom having such a big place to myself.
Nah, facts.
I could do whatever I wanted without my parents breathing down my neck, and I didn't have to share it with siblings. I could bring friends over and play games late. I could talk to girls on the phone without being embarrassed. It felt like having my own home without paying for it. And even when I turned 19 and started going to a nearby college, nothing changed. If anything, it got even more.
Everybody's
like
19,
that.
huh?
My mom and dad were gone or out more, and I was basically just holding it down at home. I knew every noise that house made too. That part matters because it wasn't one of those houses where every creak freaked you out. It was an older but larger house, and it had its usual sounds. I always just said the damn place had character. So this happened on a night where I knew for a fact I was going to be alone. My dad was out of town for work, and my mom had been talking all week about how she was staying at my aunt's because they were having some big family thing the next day, and she didn't want to drive back late. I remember her telling me, "It's just you tonight," and I honestly didn't even care. That was normal.
Okay.
I told her that she didn't even have to tell me that. I made food, I watched TV, I did the usual. At around 11, I went upstairs to my room and started watching YouTube videos in bed.
Did you watch
Something I
mine?
do some nights for hours. My room was at the end of the hallway upstairs. At the top of the stairs, you'd have a small landing, and then to the right was my parents' room, and further down the hallway was the bathroom, the linen closet, and then my room at the end. I had my door open because my parents told me to keep doors open at night, more as a staying alert and listening for intruders
Nice little
type of
setup.
thing. But I also liked hearing the house a little, like background noise. It made the whole being alone thing feel less intense. I eventually started getting tired, so I shut my laptop and just laid there scrolling on my phone. So I'm gonna just say that probably an hour passed from the moment I shut my laptop to when my phone rang. It said no caller ID on the screen. That was the first time I'd ever received a no caller ID phone call. I stared at it for a second. To be receiving that late at night was sketchy as hell. I ignored it, but it rang again right after, still saying no caller ID.
Are you gonna
That's what
pick up?
made me answer. I figured if it was someone important, they would call twice. Plus, it's just a phone call. Worst case scenario, I hang up.
Hell no, no. worst case scenario. Well, worst case scenario, right? They get your address and they pull up. What do you mean? You just hang up? No, they'll come to your house and they'll surprise you with something nice. Bring you a present, maybe.
So I picked up, and at first, there was no noise. I got nervous that it was one of those scam calls that calls to see if a number is active to add it to some call center database. But then I started hearing something faint, and it took my brain a second to process what it even was. It sounded like a TV playing in the background, and what was weird was that I could also faintly hear my own TV downstairs through the door, because earlier I guess I left it on in the living room.
You
I
guess?
didn't have it on loud, just on low volume as background noise, so hearing TV audio on the phone instantly made my stomach tighten. I said hello a second time, to once again no response, just the TV sound, like whoever was on the other end wasn't even trying to speak. It was just there. Then I realized something that made me sit up in bed instantly. The TV noise I was hearing through the phone wasn't random. It matched my TV downstairs, like perfectly. It wasn't delayed. It was the exact same audio at the exact same moments.
How?
Like it was synced.
He's cooked?
That's
Hell
when
yeah,
I
he's
got this
cooked.
cold feeling down my spine, because there's only one way that makes sense. That would mean whoever was on the phone could hear my TV in real time. As in, they were inside my house downstairs. I tried to force a normal explanation, like it was a friend standing outside one of my windows downstairs trying to trick me. Or maybe the call was somehow glitching and picking up on my microphone audio.
Ain't no glitch.
That can happen, but the more I listened, the more I realized that didn't make sense. It sounded like someone was calling me while standing somewhere in my living room. I got up and walked to my bedroom door and listened. And oh yeah, I was 1,000,000% sure now that the audio on the phone was syncing to the TV. In hindsight, this was dumb, but I screamed out, "Who's down there?" because in the back of my mind, I thought for sure I knew it was a friend or family member pulling something. And then, the line went dead. They hung up.
Oh!
By this point, my mouth went completely dry. I couldn't even call the number back because it was an anonymous call. I walked out into the hallway towards the stairs, and I looked down. I still heard the TV on in the living room, and then a creak. It sounded like the wood floor cracking from the pressure of a person, but if that didn't confirm things, the moment I heard someone clearing their throat downstairs, that's when everything instantly became 10 times more real.
Hell no! What? Yo! No way! It's just a prank, bro. Trust? You think so? Iverson Glazer. Low-key would have just climbed out the window. Bro, wouldn't he have heard his voice on the call? I mean, not really, because if he's that far, like if you're in another room, if you're on the first floor and then somebody's on the second floor, you're not going to hear your voice. You know? You're just going to hear like the audio in the back. Nah, that's crazy.
I could no longer lean on the glitching phone theory, even though deep down I already knew that was BS anyway. I went to my room and quietly closed and locked the door. What if my dad was testing me, seeing how I'd react in a home intrusion situation?
Yeah.
Or maybe my Uncle T. So I called my dad, but he didn't pick up. He may have already been asleep. It was like 11:30. So I called again and again, but no luck. I tried my luck with Uncle T, and he picked up on the second ring.
It's none of them. It's none of them, bro.
He asked why I was calling, and I prefaced the phone call telling him this might sound crazy, and then dropped the bomb and asked if he was downstairs. I remember vividly his exact response and tone as he said, "Steve, what the hell are you talking about?" When I elaborated, he told me that's definitely something his brother would do. His brother, aka my dad. While we were on the phone, my phone started vibrating. I looked at the screen, and it was the no caller ID on the screen again.
No way.
I begged my Uncle T to stay on the line real quick. I was putting him on hold as I picked up. He said okay, so I picked up the other call. As I said hello, there was the same silence. This time, I didn't hear the TV sounds on the other end.
Oh, hell no.
What did that mean? It seemed they had the phone on...
Wait. They may be upstairs now.
Speaker, because I could hear their footsteps. They were moving.
Oh.
And the footsteps were matching the footsteps I suddenly started hearing outside of my bedroom.
Oh, wow. 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 Ooh. Bro, I'm laughing, bro. Like, if I was in this situation, I'd be crying. That's the thing. That's the funny part, bro.
I prayed with all my heart this was my dad messing with me. Then, my doorknob jiggled, and whoever was on the other side tried pushing the door. Thank God it was an old, heavy door with an old, heavy lock. The sound still synced with what I was hearing on the phone. Whoever was on the other side of the door knocked. I had the sudden thought to merge the two calls, and when I did, I yelled into the phone for my Uncle T, saying it's not my dad, get here now. I also yelled that whoever was in the house was also on the phone with us. My uncle seemed to wake up from this, and he started yelling into the phone things like, "I'm coming, you cocksucker." The no caller ID.
What? What type of what comeback is that? Like, what is that? Cocksucker. Who says that? That's my first time hearing that. Yo.
The caller hung up the phone, and I heard footsteps move away from the door. This all but confirmed it was in fact not my dad. My uncle told me to stay in the bedroom. He was on his way. I wasn't a little kid, but I wasn't some big brolic man either. I was some skinny 19-year-old. My uncle knew I was in danger. He started heading over to the house. We lived in the same town at the time, but that 7 minutes he took to get to the house was the longest 5 years I'd ever experienced. I heard the familiar voice of my uncle screaming downstairs finally, so I rushed out of the room and downstairs. Having him there made everything feel better.
The guy's gone though.
We called the cops together while searching around the house for stolen items. The TV in the living room was still on. Before the cops got to the house, we found the kitchen window to be fully open enough for someone to crawl through. That info was of course relayed to the police.
Uncle T's from Trevor?
When they got there, did what
From
I imagined
GTA?
to be a standard police search of the premises, asking us to lead them around the house, but from behind them. We cleared the whole house, and whoever was in there initially was no longer there. After the cops were done, they asked to see the no-caller ID calls in my recent calls.
He's
I
blocked.
showed them, and one of the officers told us that even though it says no-caller ID, sometimes they can still request records and trace it from where it came.
Alright, then do
They
it.
said it could take a few days, but they'd get back to us.
Do it then.
My uncle stayed over that night, which made me feel safer. We kept every light on like little kids. A few days later, one of the officers called me back surprisingly.
Yeah?
The number was traced back to someone I actually knew. It was an old acquaintance from high school.
No way.
Not a friend or enemy, but someone who had my number and address and such. I hadn't seen him in years. The cops asked if I wanted to come with them while they questioned him, so my uncle and I went since he was there on the scene with me originally. When the guy's dad answered the door and saw the police, he instantly called his son down without question, and I could see it in his son's face that he was nervous. The officer and I asked him straight up if he made those calls. He immediately said no. Then he said his phone had been stolen a few days ago.
Cap, nigga, cap. You are going to jail. You are going to jail, man. Holy. You're going to jail. Going to jail, dude. Oh wait, does he not live with his parents? Nah, he does. His parents just don't be in the house like that. Like, he was staying home alone. Then he called the uncle to come stay at the crib with him.
He claimed he lost it at a party and never got it back. The cop asked why he didn't report it stolen.
Exactly.
He just shrugged it off and said he was going to get a new one anyway.
Yeah, hell no.
The cop told him they'd follow up if needed, and that was basically it. His dad just stood there the whole time watching, but he weirdly didn't say anything.
That's weird as
There was no
hell.
big gotcha moment or arrest or anything. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The nervous look on his face when he came to the door. Was it a look of guilt, or a natural look anyone would have when being greeted with police on your front doorstep? If it really was a stolen phone, that means someone stole his phone specifically to call me and break into my parents' house. And that's without a doubt scarier than if it was him.
Wow, that's crazy. What? He definitely did it. Story 3 Anonymous.
It was a weekend like so many before. The usual crew was getting ready to meet up at Cody's house to pregame and go out. This was post-college. We were all 23 to 24 at the time. Cody's house was often the spot to pre- and post-game simply because he had a cool basement where his parents couldn't hear us, but also because his parents
That's
were
fire.
chill. It was just the four of us going out to some local bars tonight. Cody, Randy, Jake, and I. When all four of us were there, we decided on who was calling the Uber, and once we did, we were out of there. Fast forward a few hours at a bunch of dive bars and then a dance bar, and eventually Cody and I decided to go home. We were tired. Randy and Jake were staying out later. Cody called the Uber back, I think, and he offered me the pull-out couch in the basement when we got to his place. He came downstairs with me to help me set it up, and while down there, we played a game
I'll
of
take the
Madden.
floor. Floor
Honestly,
be
I've
gas.
always sucked at Madden, so he destroyed me and I didn't want to play again. I was tired and just wanted to sleep the alcohol off before I made the inevitable hangover even worse. Cody went upstairs and shut the door, and I was left alone in the darkness. The only thing that kept that basement from being complete and total blackness were the lights from the cable box clock under the TV, the actual standby light of the TV itself, and a slight green glow from a Heineken mini fridge on the other side of the basement. That mini fridge would also provide some weirdly relaxing white noise that would help me fall asleep. So things faded to black as I knocked out like a baby. A drunk baby. I woke up and it was still dark. I didn't know what time it was, but I knew it was still late at night, or super early, whatever you want to call 3 or 4 a.m. My mouth was so cottonmouth dry I could actually barely move my mouth. I stupidly didn't think to bring down a bottle or a glass of water before going to sleep. After drinking all that alcohol, it was no wonder I woke up. I just really didn't want to get up though. It's a very familiar and relatable conflicting feeling that anyone who's woken up hungover and thirsty has felt. I tried to ignore it at first. I rolled over to get a look at the Heineken fridge to see if anything was in there, but it was just alcohol. And then, for whatever reason, my eyes darted to the other corner of the room. I felt like my eyes were playing tricks on me at first, but I could swear I was looking at a black mass in the corner of the room.
No way, no way, no way.
A black mass that I didn't remember seeing there ever
No
before.
way, no way, no way.
I tried to wait for my eyes to adjust better to the dark, expecting the black mass to be some coat on a coat rack or something. But the longer I stared, the more I realized it was moving.
Oh! Wow! Mr. Nightmare, you bringing the heat today. Wow, man. I don't even know which one is the most disturbing now. We got competition.
It was a person. The amount of restraint I had to not scream was insane. I didn't think it was Cody just based on the sheer height of the mass alone. Without panicking, I had to figure out how to get out of there.
No way.
After a tense couple of minutes, I sat up and fake yawned as if I was stretching, pretending I didn't notice that person in the corner. I then started fake talking to myself, like muttering complaints about not bringing water down here. Anything to give the appearance that I was oblivious and just going to get water,
That's smart.
not run away and alert anyone. I got up and walked closer to the stairs, but also closer to the figure in the corner. And perhaps the most tense moment of my life was when I turned to the right to get to the stairs, and I hoped I wasn't grabbed. When I started going up the stairs,
No way.
I didn't run or anything. I took it slow and normal to not draw suspicion. But when I was about halfway up, I took a curious glance down the stairs, and that black mass was now at the bottom of the stairs. And I can confirm it was a person. I almost tripped as I started to run up the rest of the stairs and slam the basement door shut. I then started running up the stairs to the upper level of the house to Cody's room, where I shook him awake and yelled at him that there's someone in the basement and that he needs to wake up his dad.
No way.
During that commotion, I heard a slam from downstairs, and I yelled, "See?" Cody got up, and we went to his parents' room where we woke up his dad, and I told him there's someone in the basement. He got right out of bed without asking questions and ran down both flights of stairs to the basement, noting that the basement door was wide open. And when I mentioned I shut the basement door, Cody's dad yelled at Cody to call the cops, and he did. We also noticed the back door to the house was now open. So when the three of us were done looking through the basement, we all went to the backyard to search. Then the front yard, and then the neighboring yards, all while Cody was still describing what was going on to the 911 operator. I'd say we were searching for 15 minutes before the police finally arrived, and then they did their full search and formally wrote up a report for the incident. By the end of it, there were some neighbors waking up and coming outside asking if everything was okay. By that point, I was sobered up, terrified,
Hey,
and wanted to
W
go
neighbors.
home.
My neighbors, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't come outside to ask me anything. Just look at me and say like, "Oh, that happened? Oh yeah. All right." They wouldn't check up on me.
So as soon as the cops left, I went inside to talk with them for a bit, then I said goodbye and called an Uber home, refusing Cody's offer to drive me home. I worried for them a bit that night, but I was not sleeping in that basement after that. In fact, I never did again.
Hell no.
We'd still have pre-games and stuff there, but the feeling in that basement changed for a while after that night.
That's crazy.
I'd always
Imagine the
glance at
lore.
that corner of the basement and just think back to that night. That black mass.
Wow. Nah, that's crazy. I don't even know which one was the most. Wow. Which one out of those three do you think was the most terrifying, man? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was for the YouTube, guys. We're not ending the stream. That was for the YouTube. Now, that one was crazy, man. Which one do you guys think was the most? Wow. Nah, that's crazy. W Mr. Nightmare, man. Holy. W Mr. Nightmare. W Mr. Nightmare. Sub up to the live channel if you haven't. This is where we post all the live streams. Make sure you're in the loop. Make sure you're in the loop. That's where we post all the live streams. Nah, that's crazy, bro. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh. Who's still in here? Who's still in here? Who's still in here? About to do final photos with unnerving backstories. About to do chilling scares. You got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up, call right back. Alright, man, my boy chilling scares. Say it was good to the YouTube about to start. Yo, YouTube, we got final photos with unnerving backstories, man, by my boy chilling scares. Let's get into it.
In February 2015, 18-year-old Dalen Pua went to visit his grandmother Martha Bear in Waianae, Hawaii. Once there, he mentioned to his grandma he was planning on going hiking in Mauna Lua Valley Park in the morning. According to Martha, Dalen mentioned he was going to climb the Haiku Stairs, also known to the locals as the Stairway to Heaven.
Whoa.
Consisting of over 3,900 steps that ascend the
That's crazy.
The Stairway to Heaven. Consisting of over 30...
Nah. Are you guys doing this? I'm not. Look how steep that is. If that's the word. Nah.
3,900 steps that ascend the Kohulahu mountain range, the Stairway to Heaven was once a popular tourist hotspot until it was officially closed to the public in 1980 due to the dangerous conditions of the climb. Still, many daring hikers over the decades continue to climb the legendary staircase for the thrill of the challenge.
Why? You getting paid? I don't understand. Who sent you there?
And it's not uncommon for the police and fire department to have to rescue and arrest lost hikers who realized they bit off more than they could chew once they were at the top of the staircase. When Dalen told his grandmother about his plans, she warned him that it was illegal and tried to stop him.
Nah, that's
He was
crazy.
determined to climb the Stairway to Heaven and didn't listen to his grandma. On the evening before the climb, he posted to Facebook with the caption, "Stairway to Heaven, hiking this insane hike tomorrow, wish me luck." His friends quickly jumped into the comments to remind him that a recent mudslide had damaged an entire section of the staircase, making it even more dangerous to attempt the hike. But the very next morning, Dalen took a bus to Mauna Lua Valley Park and began the hike, documenting the start of his journey on Facebook with the caption, "And the hike begins, #Haiku." At the beginning of the hike, he sent some pictures of the mountain range to his friends. At around 11 a.m. that day, he sent this last image, after which he became unreachable on all communication channels.
Yo.
His friends tried to get in touch with him, but it soon became clear that something had gone wrong during the hike. The next day, Dalen was reported missing, leading to a citywide search involving the Honolulu Police Department, the Fire Department, the US Navy, several drone pilots, and local volunteers. From the moment the search began, the authorities suspected he had successfully climbed the Stairway to Heaven, but was unable to come down safely due to the treacherous conditions. On the first day of the search, it rained heavily over Honolulu, making the climb to the top almost impossible for the authorities.
Damn.
After 4 days of looking for Dalen with dogs, helicopters, and infrared cameras, the search was called off. But later that very same day, 2 hikers who were climbing a nearby ridge claimed they heard someone screaming for help, and the fire department decided to extend the search another day. But on Tuesday, March 3rd, after days of fruitless investigation, the search was permanently suspended. Still, Dalen's friends and family continued to search the area, posting his pictures everywhere online, and even starting a GoFundMe campaign that raised over $15,000.
I guess they can't keep searching? What do you mean, like, call it off, like, officially? You to be lazy as hell.
After weeks with no convincing clues or even a trace of what happened to Dalen, several theories started circulating on the island. While many people claimed he probably fell down the side of the mountain on his way up, others speculated that something much more sinister had happened to Dalen while climbing the stairway to heaven. In the last image he sent to his friends, you can see the head of a man popping up behind the bushes next to the stairway.
No way. I didn't even see that.
Skeptics alleged that the figure was probably just a bunch of leaves and branches and a trick of the light.
That's not leaves and branches. What? I can see like the beard. What are you saying? I can see the face.
Honolulu Police Department decided there was enough evidence in the image to issue an alert and request anyone from the public who had information on the mysterious man behind the bushes to come forward. It now appeared as if Dalen's disappearance had turned into a criminal investigation, with many people believing that the man in the bushes was a stalker who had seen the teenage hiker's Facebook posts and followed him up the mountain to attack him. Some Reddit users thought they recognized the guy, with one user mentioning that the guy in the picture was a good friend of his and that he had nothing to do with the disappearance. But when asked how he could recognize his friend in the image if the man's face was barely even visible, he didn't answer, and nobody's statements on the matter have been verified as true. Almost 9 years after his disappearance, the case of Dalen Pua remains a mystery.
9 years?
In 2021, the Honolulu City Council voted unanimously to remove the stairs, awarding a $2.5 million demolition contract to Nakoa Companies. The decision was pretty controversial, but in the end, it was decided that it was the best choice. Unfortunately, we'll still probably never know what happened to Dalen Pua on that day in February 2015, and whether or not the man in his last photo had anything to do with it.
That's crazy, man. Wow.
For a lot of these cases, I've always found it odd just how quickly searches get called off after dogs lose the scent of the person they're trying to track.
Exactly.
Luckily, this video's sponsor, Scentbird, gives you a way to... It was Goldly, our track air. Where the story takes place in Sugarland, an affluent suburb of Houston, Texas, and one of the safest cities in the US. On December 10th, 2003, Ken and Trisha Whitaker went out to dinner at Papadu Seafood Kitchen to celebrate their son Thomas's graduation from Sam Houston State University.
Okay.
That night, Thomas, or Bart as his friends and family called him, got a $4,000 Rolex watch as a gift from his parents.
Whoa.
Friends and family called him, got a $4,000 Rolex watch as a gift from his parents. Over dinner, the family laughed, talked, and teased each other like the happy family they appeared to be on the surface. At one point during the meal, Ken asked his wife and sons to get together for a picture. The image shows Trisha and her two sons, Kevin and Thomas, smiling for the camera, and at first glance, everything seems pretty much perfect.
You guys see anything yet? I'm trying to look. I don't see anything. That's weird. See a lady right here in the back. Yeah, nothing.
Just after 8 p.m., the Whitaker family left the restaurant and headed back home. As they walked up the steps to their house, Bart stayed back to get something from his car, and his dad waited for him. As soon as Kevin opened the door, a man in a ski mask held up a gun and opened fire on the family.
What?
Within a few seconds, Kevin, Trisha, Kent, and Bart were lying on the floor with gunshot wounds. As soon as the shots rang out, a neighbor called 911, and even though he was injured, Bart did the same as the attacker ran out the back door. When the responding officers arrived, they found 19-year-old Kevin Whitaker dead on the floor. Trisha was immediately airlifted to the hospital,
Bro,
but sadly didn't survive. Miraculously, Kent survived a gunshot wound to the chest, while Bart got away with a single bullet wound to the arm. Initially, the authorities called the crime a burglary gone wrong. Suspiciously, the alleged burglar left behind the gun he used to commit the crime, but the palm print on the gun didn't yield any useful information. As it was later revealed, the gun had been taken from the Whitaker family's upstairs gun safe, which made it clear that whoever committed the gruesome crime knew the layout of the house before entering. The detectives on the case soon realized that this was no ordinary burglary, as no valuables had been stolen, and the family's drawers and closets seemed to have been neatly pulled out by someone who had been a little too careful not to destroy anything. The day after the murders, detectives discovered that Bart was hiding something from his parents. Not only had he not graduated from university, but he was actually a freshman on probation for not attending his classes and had a 1.4 GPA.
Damn! Don't tell me he's the killer. Right?
About a week after the horrifying incident, Kent and Bart went to Kevin and Trisha's funeral, which was attended by over 1,000 Sugarland residents who had never even heard of such a brutal crime being committed
so I
in
don't
their
think it's
city.
him.
Several law enforcement officers were at the funeral, not so much to mourn the victims, but rather to watch Bart Whitaker closely. The night before the funeral, a former roommate of Bart named Adam Hipp had gone to the police station and made a shocking revelation. According to the police report, Adam mentioned to the cops that one day in 2001, Bart had approached him and told him about an elaborate plan to murder his family in order to inherit their house and about $1 million in life insurance money.
No way.
Adam claimed that Bart had
Send this guy to jail, man. He did it. He did it. He did it. I don't need no more proof. He did it.
even offered him a cut of the inheritance money if he agreed to kill his family framed through a burglary gone wrong and shoot him in the arm in the process to make it look more believable.
Whoa. Bro went too specific. Yeah, he did it.
The more details Adam revealed about the chilling conversation, the more the cops realized that the plan Bart had talked about with his roommate was eerily similar to the events that took place on that fateful night in December 2003. During Adam's interrogation, the name of two more of Bart's college friends were brought up, Chris Brashear and Stephen Champagne. Chris and Stephen worked at the same country club as Bart, and when the cops tested their DNA and sent samples, they found a perfect match for what was found at the crime scene.
Yo, come on, dude.
As the detectives closed in on the suspects, Bart realized he was in trouble. One night, about 7 months after the murders, he told his father he was going out to the club, and he never came back. The authorities looked everywhere for him, but it seemed he had just disappeared without a trace. With Bart nowhere to be found, the cops focused their efforts on Chris and Stephen. Eventually, Stephen cracked under the pressure of the interrogation and admitted that he had been the getaway driver on the night of the crime. Chris had been the gunman, and Bart had orchestrated the entire thing.
Wow.
Stephen even led the police to a bag that had been thrown off of a bridge into Conroe Lake, which contained pretty damning physical evidence, including two-way radios, water bottles, and ammunition that matched the shell casings at the scene. Almost 2 years after the murder, Stephen and Chris were arrested, but Bart was still nowhere to be found.
Where did he go?
Unbeknownst to the police, Bart had started a completely new life in Mexico. He had a small apartment, a job in a furniture store, and even a girlfriend. Disturbingly, it was later revealed that...
What? Does the girl know what he did? There's no way.
Bart had lied to his girlfriend's family and spun a very convincing tale about his past, alleging that he had gotten shot in the shoulder while serving in Afghanistan. A year and a half after the murders, a man named Rudy Rios called the cops and confessed that about a year earlier, Bart paid him $3,000 to let him assume Rios' identity and flee to Mexico. In September 2005, Bart was arrested in Mexico, extradited, and charged with the murder of his mother and brother. As it was later discovered,
Extradited,
he
what is
tried
that?
to carry out the plan on several occasions with other roommates and friends, but
This guy's
something
face,
always seemed
man.
to get in the way. In an interview with ABC News, Bart claimed that when he was planning the killings, he was operating on autopilot and about as close to numb as a human being can get. After the trial, Bart was sentenced to death, a decision his father lobbied against for years.
Let's
Ken
go.
claimed that having his son executed would only make him a victim once again, and that he had suffered enough. In February 2018, just 40 minutes before Bart's scheduled execution by lethal injection, the governor decided to spare his life. As of 2024, Bart is still in prison, where he will remain for the rest of his life. Miraculously, Ken has forgiven his son and went on to remarry and even write a book about his experience called Murder by Family: The Incredible True Story of a Son's Treachery and a Father's Forgiveness.
No way.
For many people,
Murder by family. Murder by family. Can't right here. You guys buying it? Wow. That's crazy, bro. Looks like it has some good reviews too.
the most haunting aspect of this whole case is the fact that in this last picture of the apparently happy family together at dinner, Bart knew very well that if everything went according to plan, his entire family around him would be dead less than half an hour later.
Wow, that's crazy.
Maura Murray was born on May 4th, 1982 in Brockton, Massachusetts, and was the youngest child in a family of 7. She grew up with her siblings in Hanson, a small suburb of Massachusetts. Growing up, she was gifted athletically and academically, competing at a high school level in basketball, running, and multiple other sports.
Okay.
An award-winning cross-country runner, Maura graduated at the top of her class at Whitman Hanson
she do
High
everything.
School, after which she decided to go to West Point and follow in her older sister's footsteps. But 2 years into West Point, she decided to transfer to the University of Massachusetts Amherst, where she went into nursing. In 2003, she did something pretty unexpected that stood out as unusual to everyone who knew her. In November of that year, she admitted to using a stolen credit card to order takeout from multiple different restaurants. Although the charges were eventually dropped thanks to her good behavior, the fraud marked the beginning of a series of incidents that completely changed the course of her life. One night, in early February 2004, Maura was working at her campus security job and decided to call her sister Kathleen. After talking about Kathleen's troubled relationship with her fiancé for a while, Maura allegedly broke down in tears at around 10:30 p.m. while still on the job. When her supervisor arrived at her desk, Maura seemed completely zoned out, just completely out of it. When asked what was wrong, she only responded with the words, "my sister." For 13 years, the details of the conversation between Maura and Kathleen remained a mystery, but in 2017, it was finally revealed what had upset Maura so much. On that evening in 2004, Kathleen had been discharged from an alcohol rehab facility, after which her fiancé had taken her to a liquor store where she unfortunately relapsed. On February 7th, 2004, Maura's father went to visit her in Amherst, and after going car shopping and to dinner with one of Maura's friends, Maura dropped him back off at his hotel. That same evening, she borrowed his car to go to a dorm party at her campus, and at 2:30 a.m. on February 8th, she smashed into a guardrail in her father's Toyota on the way back to his hotel.
Damn.
Even though she almost totaled the car, there are no records of sobriety testing being conducted that evening. She spent the night at the hotel with her dad, and the next morning she went back to Connecticut in a rental car. On Monday, February 9th, Maura used her computer to look for directions to Burlington, Vermont. She texted her boyfriend to tell him she loved him, and on the afternoon of Monday, February 9th, she emailed the nursing school faculty informing them that she would be away from school for a while due to a death in her family. But it was later revealed that nobody had died in her family.
What?
That same afternoon, she texted her boyfriend again, promising him that they would talk later, and made some phone calls to rent an apartment in Vermont. At around 3:30 p.m., she drove away from her school's campus in her black Saturn sedan, which she had stuffed with clothes, textbooks, and toiletries. 10 minutes later, she withdrew about $300 from an ATM, which is where this image taken from the ATM security camera was captured.
Whoa, look at her face. that looks like somebody that just did something. Look at her face.
The final image ever taken of Maura Murray. After this, she bought $40 worth of alcohol at a nearby liquor store and got back in her car to drive away from Amherst.
Did she do something or what?
A little after 4 p.m., she
My
checked
bad,
her
let me not
voicemail,
assume.
and that was the last time she used her phone. Shortly after 7 p.m., a Woodsville, New Hampshire resident called the cops to inform them of a car accident on a sharp turn on the highway near her house. She claimed in the 911 call that she saw a glowing light inside the car, possibly from a cell phone. A few minutes later, a school bus driver drove past the car and saw a young woman walking next to it. She didn't seem to be injured, and when he asked her if she wanted him to call the police, she claimed she had already called AAA, but records show she never made that call.
AAA?
At 7:43 p.m., the bus driver called the cops anyway, and this is where things started to get a little strange. Another Woodsville resident driving home from work claimed she saw a police car parked right in front of Maura's car at about 7:37 p.m. She claimed she didn't see anyone inside the car and continued home. Strangely, this statement contradicts the police department log, which mentions the cops arrived at the scene at about 7:46 p.m. According to the police department, when an officer with the Harborville Police Department arrived at the scene, he didn't see anyone inside. The car had apparently smashed against a tree on the driver's side, causing both airbags to deploy. Upon inspecting the inside of the vehicle, he found stains of red wine all over the car, as well as an empty beer bottle in the back seat. The only things missing from the vehicle were Maura's debit cards, credit cards, and cell phone, which haven't been used since that night in February 2004. Another resident returning home that night claimed he saw a woman matching Mora's description walking quickly down the side of the road, but failed to report it to the police since he didn't know she was a missing person until several weeks later. The next day, a search was launched for Mora, but the cops couldn't find any clues indicating where she could have gone. As the authorities continued searching for her, Mora was labeled as possibly suicidal, and her friends, boyfriend, and family members were interrogated. Unfortunately, even though Mora had clearly shown an intention to go to Vermont, the case was only handled by Massachusetts state authorities for 10 days after the disappearance, after which the FBI finally stepped in. But by then it was too late, and Mora had seemingly disappeared into thin air. During the investigation, several theories regarding Mora's disappearance started to emerge. Although the cops initially claimed she had been suicidal, the evidence found in her car seemed to indicate otherwise, as it seemed unlikely that a person bent on taking her own life would even bother to pack toothpaste and teeth whitener in her vehicle.
Yo, sussy.
It's also possible that she was so terrified of getting into serious legal trouble if she was found intoxicated at the crash site, especially after her recent credit card fraud charges, that she ran away to Canada by hitchhiking. This would also free her from the drama going on in her personal life back home, but it's pretty much impossible to confirm a theory like this. After the disappearance, Mora's father alleged that she had been abducted by a local kidnapper, while several members of the public started pointing fingers at the bus driver who had failed to stay with Mora until help arrived. Suspiciously, that same bus driver moved to Florida with his wife a few months after the incident. Still, despite the amount of theories that have surfaced for the past 20 years, authorities haven't made any significant breaks in the case, and will likely never know what happened to Mora Murray.
What happened, man? That's crazy. Nah, what happened, man? What do you guys think happened? Yo, Super Ace, what's good? What's good? What's good? Wow. What's good with y'all boys? What's good? What's good? How you guys doing today? How we doing today? Talk to me. 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 You think so? She died? How many bits are we doing today? We low-key could get one more in, right? If you guys want to, right? But yep. Is there one more? Let's see. There might be another one.
Reynaldo Dagsa was a councilman in Manila, Philippines, who was known for cracking down on local crime, specifically gang activity during his term. On New Year's Eve 2010, the 35-year-old councilman asked his family to wake him up before midnight so he could celebrate the new year with them. Shortly before midnight, the family went out on
a pre-game nap in. I feel you.
Street to join in on the New Year's celebration with their neighbors by lighting firecrackers and counting down to midnight. At one point in the evening, Reynaldo asked his wife, mother-in-law, and daughter to pose for a picture next to their car. Just as he stepped back to take the picture, a man with a baseball cap approached the family from behind the car.
Whoa. Who's this? And why does this guy look so normal? Does he not see, bro? Is he aiming at the cameraman? Wow. Wait, can you guys see? Hold on, let me move my camera. Let me move my camera so you can see. Look at bro, look at bro, look at bro. Why do they make it look scary while the news make it look fine and it's a normal thing? It's because the news wants to keep everything sensitive, man. They don't want to show what's really happening in the world. They don't want to show what's really happening, you know? They want to keep a secret from us. Look at bro. Look at bro, look at bro. Lame as hell.
Shockingly, right as he pressed the button to take the picture, the man in the baseball cap pointed a gun at him and opened fire, shooting the councilman in the chest with his .45 caliber revolver before fleeing the scene. Surrounded by the sound of fireworks, the family didn't hear the gunshot, but saw Reynaldo collapse on the street with blood flowing out of his chest.
Damn.
As soon as the police arrived, they rushed him to the hospital where he was unfortunately pronounced dead. However, thanks to the image in question, which was somehow taken just in time to act as perfect evidence, an arrest was made very quickly after the crime. The killer was immediately identified as Michael Gonzalez, and 2 of his accomplices were also arrested in the days following the murder.
Wow.
According to the victim's mother-in-law, the man in the tank top shown in the image was acting as Michael's lookout and was also arrested.
Yeah, I knew it, bro. Look at this guy's nose. Look at his jaw, man. Look. I knew it. He was looking too casual. Stupid guy. Send them both to jail. They can share a cell. Be together with other men.
Tank top shown in the image was acting as Michael's lookout and was also arrested. It was later determined that the crime had probably been carried out as revenge, as Reynaldo had ordered the arrest of Michael and his accomplices for car theft in 2010. Apparently, the criminals were out on bail that night and decided to exact revenge before being thrown back into prison. Unfortunately, nothing will ever be the same for Reynaldo's family, but at the very least, the picture was enough to capture his killers and bring the councilman's loved ones a sense
send
of
him to
closure.
jail immediately, ASAP, right
Thanks
now.
again to Scentbird for sponsoring this video.
That's
Check
crazy.
them out with the link in the description.
Wow. W video by my boy Chillin' Scares. That was final photos with unnerving backstories, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Which one was the most unnerving? That was for the YouTube, guys. That was for the YouTube. We're not ending the stream. That was for the YouTube. Don't worry. That was for the YouTube, man. Nah, that's crazy, bro. Holy. Wow. Got this one next. That's crazy, bro. Fruity guys. Holy. Holy. I know. What is going on out there? Lock him up. Put our cam back to where it needs to be. Yo guys, if you haven't, make sure to sub up to the second channel. I pinned it in the comment section. This is where we post all the live streams. We're posting every day, so go check out this channel. Catch you guys in the chat, whatever. Who knows how to make a Discord? I need help with that. Who wants to be a mod? I need mods. Bro, checking the window to make sure dudes doesn't escape from jail. Funny guy. Who wants to be a mod though, for real though? I need mods. Alright, say it was good to the YouTube. About to start. Say it was good to the YouTube. Yo, YouTube, we got 6 most disturbing mysteries solved with Google Maps by my boy Chillin' Scares. Let's get into it. See what he's talking about. Mod for Discord and YouTube.
At around
both.
1 p.m. on November 2nd, 2020, an 83-year-old mother of 4 named Paulette Landrieux mysteriously disappeared from her home in Anden, Belgium. At the time, her husband was hanging the laundry up to dry in the garden and didn't notice she was gone until later that afternoon. When Paulette's family realized she was missing, they reported the disappearance to the police, triggering a pretty big search for the missing woman. Though this wasn't the first time Paulette disappeared, as she reportedly suffered from Alzheimer's disease and would frequently leave the house at random times of the day and night without telling her husband where she was going.
Damn.
She was known to randomly knock on the neighbors' doors for no apparent reason, and in the years leading up to her disappearance, she no longer recognized her children or her husband.
No way.
Every other time she had disappeared, her husband would
crazy.
find her a few feet away from the house and bring her back inside. But this time, she was nowhere to be found. During the search, 50 police officers and several search and rescue dogs were deployed to the area, along with multiple thermal vision helicopters and an entire fleet of drones. But even with all these resources at their disposal, the local police department failed to find any relevant clues leading to Paulette. After several weeks, the search was called off, and the family assumed that she had fallen into the Meuse River, which ran near her home.
No.
In October of 2022, just as the police
Dementia,
department
I
was
was
about to
thinking
close
that.
the file, one investigator was searching for Paulette's house on Google Street View and found something shocking. There, as luck would have it, he found a Street View image of Paulette leaving her home and crossing the street to her neighbor's house.
No way. Holy Google clutch. Holy. Wow. That's crazy. Yo, random. Yo, hit me. I gotta hit you, man. I need help with that Discord stuff. Get it set it up. I remember this story. Yo, 03, you do? Yo. Set up bots take 10 minutes. Alright.
The case was immediately reopened, and police were once again deployed to the area, where they found the body of Paulette lying at the bottom of a hill directly below the neighbor's garden.
Oh.
After the autopsy was performed, it was determined that the woman had fallen from an unenclosed section of the garden and died shortly after.
Damn.
Her final moments eerily being caught by the passing Google Street View car as she walks to her death, likely in another wave of confused state caused by her Alzheimer's disease. One thing that's hard to understand is how
what's the
police
difference
failed to see her
between
with their drones
this
and
disease and
helicopters the
dementia?
first time. But at least now the family can find closure knowing what happened to Paulette, even if it comes with this eerie last image of her ever being seen alive. If you visit the location on Google Maps today, you'll find the image has been overwritten by a more up-to-date view of the town.
Wow.
In July 2011, two armed individuals broke into an empty house in an otherwise peaceful suburb of Oklahoma City. With a house full of valuables for them to steal and nobody there to stop them, the two got to work. But unfortunately for them, the looting spree was much more short-lived than they had hoped. A few minutes later, the homeowner returned and walked in on the two of them looting her house. But instead of fleeing with the valuables they had already stolen, they held her at gunpoint as they continued to ransack her home. This went on for over an hour, and during the traumatizing incident, the woman recalled thinking they were going to shoot her before leaving. Fortunately, the robbers eventually left the house without physically harming the woman. After the armed robbery, she refused to reveal her identity to the press out of fear that the thieves would retaliate. The woman later reported the incident to the cops, but with no witnesses and an absence of solid leads, the case eventually went cold, and the woman lost hope that the two criminals would ever be found. However, 3 years later, the case took an unexpected turn. On a day in July 2014, the woman's neighbor was looking at her street using Google Maps Street View when she noticed an image of two men casually strolling down the street who perfectly matched the description the victim had given her of the criminals. Immediately, she texted the woman, who confirmed that the two men captured by the Street View van that happened to be mapping out the neighborhood on the day of the robbery were indeed the same two men who had robbed her.
Stupid guys.
Based on the direction they were walking, it seems that the image was captured in the minutes leading up to the crime.
No way.
Unfortunately, because the two men's faces are obscured by the grainy quality of the image and Google's software that automatically blurs pedestrians, the cops haven't been able to track the men down. But with a string of clues and a picture to add to their search, police now have a much better chance of catching the two thanks to Google Maps.
Just go in everybody's house, right? Go to their closet and search their clothes, right? You see a yellow shirt, light blue shirt, you found them. Baggy jeans.
To track the men down. But with a string of clues and a picture to add to their search,
knock on everybody's
police now
door.
have a much better
It'll
chance
take
of
some
catching
time.
the two thanks to Google Maps.
All Alzheimer is dementia, but not all dementia is Alzheimer. Okay. Hey. That makes sense though. So what's the difference though? Like, you still didn't tell me the difference. Does bro, after watching Cribs documentary, didn't get enough tips? Random. What's your Discord though? Put your Discord in the chat. I gotta add you. Set that up.
One night in October 2006,
investors?
a 72-year-old man
Hell
named
yeah.
David Lee Niles met up with a friend at Jake's Bar in Byrontown, Michigan. This was a place that David visited frequently and usually stayed there for at least a couple of hours, but on that particular
old
evening,
people.
the story was very different. Earlier that year, David had been diagnosed with cancer, and after a brief conversation with his friend, he left abruptly, claiming that he was in a lot of physical pain due to the cancer. That was the last time anyone ever saw him. When his family failed to get in touch with him, they reported him missing to the police, leading to a statewide search that ultimately led nowhere, as the cops couldn't find any clues as to where David could have gone. In 2011, 5 years after his disappearance, his family lost hope and accepted the idea that David was gone. The obituary they published online read, "David Lee Niles, age 72 of Wyoming, passed away and only God knows the time and place." The case went completely cold until almost a decade later when a new twist shed light on David's disappearance. One morning in November 2015, Brian Hausman, an employee of the Cook Funeral Home in Byron County, was decorating the company Christmas tree outside. When he got to the top of the tree on his lift to put up the star, he noticed something in the adjacent pond that looked like a submerged car. Immediately, he called the police, and using Google Maps from a bird's eye view, they were able to see the same outline that was described.
What is
A
that?
dive team was deployed to the area, who confirmed that there was in fact a car at the bottom of the pond. Later that morning, a wrecking crew pulled out the vehicle for the police to inspect. Inside the vehicle, the cops found the skeletal remains of a man, along with a wallet belonging to David Lee Niles. After it was confirmed that the skeletal remains were his, David's family members finally found some closure. Still, the case remains a mystery, as it's unknown what
How?
exactly happened to him. Even before his cancer diagnosis, David was known to have severe depressive episodes, and things understandably got a lot worse for him after he found out about the illness. With all this in mind, it's possible that he took his own life, but we'll likely never know for sure.
Damn. Dementia is the general term for symptoms that affect memory and thinking, while Alzheimer is a specific disease that causes dementia. ChatGPT. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
In the 80s and 90s, Gioacchino Gamino was one of Italy's most wanted gangsters. He operated within a Sicilian mafia clan in Agrigento that was embroiled in a feud with Cosa Nostra, Sicily's main mafia network. He was first arrested in 1984 for murder and various other mafia-related crimes, but was later released shortly after. In 1998, he was arrested again in Barcelona, only this time he was sentenced to life in prison. After serving 4 years of his prison sentence at a prison in Rome, he managed to escape in 2002 during a commotion at the prison. Following his escape, he immediately relocated to a town near Madrid, Spain, and changed his name to Manuel Mormino. Over the 20 years that he was on the run from the police, he got married, worked as a chef at a restaurant called Manu's Kitchen, and even opened up a fruit and vegetable shop called Manu's Garden. Sicilian police searched everywhere for him for years, and they eventually issued a European arrest warrant back in 2014. After carrying out several investigations, the police suspected that Gamino was hiding somewhere in Spain, but the way they pinpointed his exact location was pretty out of the ordinary. During the investigation, Sicilian police found that Google Maps had captured a street view image of two men talking outside of Manu's Garden. One of the men looked extremely similar to the man they were looking for, but the cops only confirmed his identity when they came across the listing for Manu's Kitchen, the restaurant where Gamino worked. While investigating online, the police found a photo of him dressed in chef's attire on the Facebook page for Manu's Kitchen.
What?
After confirming his location, the police arrested Gioacchino Gamino on December 17, 2022, and extradited him to Sicily, where he is currently serving life in prison.
Sicily?
According to the police, when they arrested him, Gamino was extremely confused, and even had the nerve to ask how they found him when he hadn't even called his family in 10 years. In 2009, police from Zurich, Switzerland were carrying out an investigation to shut down illegal marijuana growing operations all over the country. At some point in the investigation, they used Google Earth to locate the addresses of two farmers who they suspected of being part of an illegal marijuana operation, and that's when one of the detectives found something interesting. As he was scanning the area on Google Earth, he noticed an unusual change in the pattern of the fields around Rapperswil in the northeastern state of Thurgau. Zooming in, he saw what appeared to be a cannabis plantation that measured more than 2 acres and was hidden inside a cornfield right next to one of the farmers' houses. The Google Earth discovery ultimately led to the arrest of 16 people and the seizure of 1.1 metric tons of marijuana, as well as 900,000 Swiss francs in cash, which is the equivalent of around $1.1 million.
Damn.
According to the police report, the drug ring allegedly sold up to 7 tons of marijuana between 2004 and 2008, bringing in from 3 to 10
You wanna
million
see? I
francs
got
a
you
year.
after the video.
When asked about the breakthrough, the head of Zurich Police's Special Narcotics Unit, Norbert Glossner, said it was an interesting chance discovery. Since then, the cannabis plantation has been plowed over as recreational marijuana continues to be illegal in Switzerland.
Wow.
This incident happened at a home in Derbyshire, England, where David and Rebecca Soanes lived with their 2 children, Lauren and Ruben.
Was born there.
In 2009, the family bought a caravan to travel across the country, but it was unfortunately destroyed shortly after when a joyrider crashed into it. A few months later, they bought a new $15,000 caravan to replace the old one, which they left in their driveway. In June of that year, Rebecca came home one day to find the caravan had disappeared, after which she immediately reported the incident to the police. However, with no solid leads, the cops couldn't really do anything about it, and the case went cold pretty quickly. It wasn't until 9 months later, in March of 2010, that 11-year-old Ruben Soanes found something revealing as he was looking at his house on Google Maps. Using the street view, he found an image of a male intruder on the family's driveway, standing
Got a WWE belt? What is that? Around his waist. The hell is that?
suspiciously outside of his 4x4 vehicle.
Heavyweight champion?
After a bit of investigating, the family found that the image had been captured by the Google Street View car just moments before the caravan was stolen. Around that time, a neighbor also came forward saying that he had seen the same man towing the caravan on the day of the robbery, but thought that it was a family friend and didn't think it was important to tell the family about it. With such a clear image of the suspect, the Soanes thought it would be easy for the cops to solve the crime, but it turned out to be much more difficult than expected to get an unblurred image of the 4x4's license plates from Google. Even though the police knew exactly what the thief looked like, it was never publicly confirmed if they managed to track him down or not.
Wow, he got away like that? Damn. That's crazy. Which one out of the 6 do you think was the most disturbing? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was for the YouTube. What about KFC? Three or four? Which one was 4 again? Bro, remembered the numbers. Oh, it's in the video. Oh. Kason, I got you. Ace, here you go. Try to learn how to get your own food at times. You don't always need to share. No problem. Oh, you say you want to see the setup? I didn't even know how to show you. Let me just take a picture of the thing. You got it bad when you're on the phone. Hang up and you call right back. Can do, I'm smooth. I'm bad, can do it, Shamona. And the whole world has to answer right now just to tell you once again. Shake your body, shake your lover. Yo. I don't know if you can see. Let me know. I want to try to find some of these places on Google Maps. Not for real. But for real though, you're gonna mail me a singular one. Yeah, I got you. I can mail you one. Probably get there in like maybe 3 weeks. I don't know if that's too long for you, but if you're patient, yeah. Said Super Ace, this is the this is what it looks like. Wait, can you see? Let it focus. Hold on. Wow, and it's not focusing. Whoa. Too bright, too bright. It's not focusing. I guess you can't see, my bad. Feed. You can't see. I'm sorry, bro. I wanted to show you, but it's not focusing. Turn your phone brightness down. Let's see. Hold on. I said you wanna be starting something. You got to be. I said you wanna be. You got to be starting something. It's hard to get over. It's too low to get under. You're stuck in the middle, and the pain is thunder. Bro, you can't even see the colors, bro. That's what the PC looks like if you can kind of see. It's too high to get over. It's too low to get under. You're stuck in the middle, and the pain is thunder. Yo, this yo-yo is actually not working. I try to do everything, but and you can kind of see it though. See the PC. And the pain is thunder. It's hard to get over. It's too low to get under. Stuck in the middle. And the pain is thunder. Nice setup. Appreciate you. Hey, it's something small, man. It's something small, right? It gets the job done. Gonna upgrade for sure though. Get some funds. Need you guys to support the channel. What was I gonna do? Yeah, let's end this poll right here. We can do one more video. Oh, it's not almost ended stream. Holy. Yeah, you saw it? Alright, W. Yo, Random, you still here? Who has Discord? Spam 1 if you have Discord. When you upgrade, you should low-key give me that one. What would you do with it? What would you do with it, Kson? Alright, Random. What's your Discord? Nobody has Discord? Bacon King 0. Okay. Got you. Hold on. Living on his own and he running out of options now because he felt like he couldn't be himself at his mama house. Junior year, he thought about dropping out. On his dark road, he's trying to find a proper route. Hate the criticism, he uses music to bias until he was molested as a baby boy in the circus head. Alright. I'm gonna add you guys. Alright. How do I add? I actually don't know how to use this stuff, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Gonna add Bacon first. Bacon King 01. Is that how you say it? I sent you a friend. I sent you a friend. I sent you a friend request. Bacon, Super Ace, no random YouTuber. Damn, my brain is fried today. Super Ace. Who's this? Is this Ace? Yo. Who's this? Rico? Pretty much the same. Alright, well. Random, man. You gotta talk to me, man. We gotta make that server. Wait, which one is random? Rico, which one are you? Talk to me, talk to me. This you? This you? Okay. Yo, Rico, can you go on call? Or no? Oh, you're not random? Never mind. Damn, bro. That's Super Ace. Oh, my bad. My bad. Z's discipline. Yo, this guy's already making the chord? Wait, don't I need to do it? Don't I need to do it? I gotta make the chord. Delete that one. Delete that one. Delete that one. We gotta make a fresh chord, man. Delete that one. Yo, Rico, can you go call? Yeah, delete that one. Delete that one. Nah, I can't go on a call. It's 4 a.m. Oh, snap. And you watching the stream? Damn, appreciate you. Where are you at? That's 4 a.m. All right, Rico, we can get that set it up later. Kason, low key, for YouTube, we can give you mod because you've been here pretty much every day. I can rely on you to be here every day, so we maybe need like a couple of mods. We don't need too much, maybe 2. 1, 2 for now. But once we start getting bigger, though, oh, let me get serious. Once we start getting bigger, we're gonna need some more mods for sure. South Africa, holy damn! How old are you? Nah, I appreciate you. I didn't know I had South Africa. We're in South Africa, like where's South Africa? Like I don't even know. I'm thinking East Africa. Yo, Kason, you hear me? Sleepy guy, wake up. Wake up. Are you ready for that role? If you're not, just say that. You're 15. Oh, okay. WWW. Are you ready for that role? Hold on. Okay, let me see. Find the start conversation. Add a server. Create my own for a club or community. Z's is calm. Z's is calm. I'm actually Sussy Bake. Sussy Bake is my alt. Oh, really? These investors. Investors of Z's. On this dark road, he just trying to find a proper route. Hate the criticism, he uses music to block it out. I'm gonna set all this stuff up later. But for now, these investors create. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Kind of getting somewhere, I would say, right? Yo, Rico, W or no? I was thinking South Africa was like a second continent. You feel like John Wick? Bro, do you not have school? Nah, this is the longest stream yet. Why the no profile pic? Because I'm really indecisive, right? I'm always changing my profile picture, so I don't know what to put. So that's one, it's like the most simplest one. Don't even gotta worry. But I'm gonna change it though. Which one should I put? Should I put the... I look, want to use this same profile picture for my download YouTube. Let's see this. Hold on. Extra Z's. Let me just use the same profile picture I use for my YouTube. Gang, do you know how to make roll? Bro, yo, Rico, you talking to me like I know. I don't know anything about Discord. You gotta help me. Use a baby pic. What the hell? Invite your friends. Their profile. The hell is this? So how do you learn? Nope, my mom don't got money to enroll me into school, so not. Oh snap. Oh, okay. Damn, homeschool? It's kind of fire. I'm gonna use that free time wisely. How do I change the how do I change the thing, the profile picture? The hell is streamer mode, bro? Hold on. These investors? Yeah, sure, yeah. Invest. That's W. Streamer mode is enabled. Disable. Trying to freaking update my thing. Invite me to the server so I can help. Yo, don't mess up the server, man. I'm inviting you guys. I don't want to see no nonsense. I don't want to see no nonsense. Yo. Oh, okay. We got it. W. Yes, sir. Okay. One member. Hey. We're gonna have over 10,000 members in here one day. Mark my words. Just the beginning of something great. I'm telling you. Trying to tell you, get on the wave. Get on the wave. Three members. Three members. Kason, are you gonna join? Roles. Create role. Yo, random. Is this where I do it? Yo, this is so confusing. It's actually so nasty. Okay, we getting somewhere. Yo, we getting somewhere. Bro said sure. If you don't want to join, don't join. I don't like the word sure. We need yes. We need investors. We need guys that are ready to ride with us, you know? We don't need sure. This guy. That's where I do it. Okay. Bro said sure. It's got case on, bro. Now we're low-key getting somewhere. Create a channel. What should I do first? Create channels or? Hold on. I'm gonna just copy this link. So I don't need to add you guys. I just copied this link. How do I copy the link for this? Create invite link. Just put it in the chat. Love is a feeling. Quench my desire. Okay, I put it in the chat, so just click that link if you want to join. I'm gonna pin that actually. Make sure to sub to the live channel too. Yep. Oh damn, the stream hella delayed. Channels then rolls, I think. Damn, the stream hella delayed. I'm trying to fix that, but I don't know how, to be honest. It's not that delayed though, so maybe like 5-10 seconds. We need to help. True. Who's wall 2? Yo, Ed. Yo, appreciate you. Let's work. Let's work. We got how much members? 5. www. Got 5 members. Yep. These investors. Okay. Okay. Whoa, what is that? Create role. So this general, we're gonna create a chat. I think I know how to do this part a little bit. You need to make a role for us to help. Okay, help. All right. It would be better if you could get on call, but I feel you. It's 4 a.m. W investment. Investing all year long. Okay. Let's get serious. Server settings. Okay. We're gonna go to roles. Create a role, right? Create a role. Create a role. Create a role. What I do here now? What I do here now? Let me know. Let's hop on it. Let's hop on a call. All right, do it. Let's do it. Talk to me. Where are you? Where's this guy at? Rename role. Where's Rico at? Hold on. This guy's sleeping. This guy's sleeping, bro. Holy. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it ourselves. This guy's taking a nice nap. Drowning in his saliva. Okay. Yo, Rico. Hello? Can't hear anything. Yo. Nah, Rico, you get. Hey, just go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep. Wait, bro. Wait, the thing. Bro, wait, the thing did what? Yo,
Yo,
Rico.
yeah, what's up, man?
What's good, bro? Yo, let's
I
get
ain't nothing, bro.
Damn, bro, it's
What?
4 a.m., bro. Holy grind, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I respect it. I
In the
respect it.
morning, it's in the morning.
I respect it, bro.
This is what you do. This is what you do. Wait,
Mhm.
this is what you do.
Yeah.
This is what you do, right? Let me tell you something. Let me check some. Wait. You go to the server, right? Server settings.
Okay.
Then you go to roles.
Yep.
You tap create role. You tap create role.
Yep.
Then on your display, you go to change the change the role name to whatever you want.
It doesn't have to be your name, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Maybe like mod or something like that.
okay. All right, mods. All right, what now?
Yeah. That'd be fine. That's fine. That's fine. Then you tap on permission at display. You'll see permission. You tap it, permission.
Yeah.
You allow everything there, like manage channels, manage roles,
Hey, Rico, you're not gonna
persons.
troll, right?
Nah, I'm not trolling, bro. I'm not trolling. I don't do that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
do it. So do everything.
Yeah, you say manage view, edit, log, view server insights. Mainly and manage server. You skip manage webhooks. Then you say manage servers. Create invite, change nickname, manage nickname, kick, approve and reject members, ban members, timeout members. Yeah, send messages on. Mainly you can skip the other things and go down and go to like administrator and give them an administrator.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's that? Administrator, the lowest one.
Yeah. Advanced permissions.
Okay.
Then to give them the role, you go to manage members, add members.
Wait. Say it again.
To give them the role, you go to manage members.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Then tap on add members.
Rico.
You will see the members. Yeah. Then when you are done giving them the role, you tap on save changes.
Okay, I think I already did it.
Alright.
You can also make
then-
other roles that are
yeah.
just there to see. Like you can make an OG role or investor role.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, give me a minute. Let me check something. Check out something.
Mods. All right. Well, what are some other ideas of other roles? Like, what other streamers do you see? Like, what do they put? Okay, we got mods. What else?
You can do like you can give them owner. Like owner is you. Mainly the owner is you. You can give yourself the owner role. And like if you give the person that role, just know it's like
Yeah,
damn, you
it's like
just
big.
gave
It's like a big
the
deal.
person a lifetime.
It's like a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm only have that for me right now.
Yeah, you can only it's only for you. Then the other ones are members. You can do members.
So I had to add myself when I'm doing like the new role for owner.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Cause I did it a multiple of times so that like
Owner. Okay. And for permissions, what I do, I just go down all the way at the bottom, or I just check every box.
now for the owner, you're already the owner, so you don't need the permissions and anything. It's just for designing. It's just for design.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Cause you already have the owner thing. But like sometimes if you don't want the server anymore, you can transfer it to anyone you want.
Oh.
Transfer
Okay.
it to. Yeah. So mainly like when you are the owner, like you can do anything to your server because it's your server, it's no one else's server. So
Yeah.
like yeah. But when you give them the mod role, like it's like they're an assistant. They're an assistant. They're assisting you to do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do we need to do? We need to do like the channels.
Yeah, the channels. Let me see something.
We have
I
general.
can create the channels.
Okay, wait, you can
What?
do that?
Let me see. Let me see. Delete the general channel for a minute. Wait, let me delete the general channel for a minute.
Alright.
I'm gonna delete this one here.
You can change the role colors too, so like you can make owner gold. Alright, hold on.
Yeah, like when like it's also for design. It's also for design.
Got you. Yeah, because right now it's looking bland, but we're gonna make it fire. Hold on. Roll. Yeah, if you could get that going, that would be good, bro. Hold on.
Man, let me do this real quick. Let me do
Mods.
this. Wait, I'll do this one later. Let me just add
Owner.
category. Just do no emojis section.
RP general. Wait, so are you gonna replace a new one?
Yeah, this one is for like when you join, it's gonna tell who's the new member. Yeah. Then now I'm gonna do the one for typing and chatting and all that.
Okay. Yo, chat, who's still here? Who's still here? Who's still here? Okay. Let him cook. Yeah, I'm letting you cook, Rico. I'm trusting you, man.
Yeah, man. But though it's gonna take a little bit of time.
Oh, wait. What do you need help that's like kind of long? I could probably do it too.
Hey, you can get bots.
I can get
But
what?
bots a little bit hard also. Like you gotta go to the Chrome. You gotta go to Chrome. Mainly we need the Carl bot because like I don't know how to pronounce the name, but mainly I call it Carl. Like because it helps with the to lock channels and yeah, create other roles. Like yeah, that's
Yo,
the
this is actually disgusting. Yo, this is like a lot, bro. So wait, do you have like your own server? Like, what do you do?
Oh yeah, I do have my own server, but I deleted some of them because like I wasn't feeling Discord anymore, so I deleted some of them.
Oh,
But I still have one which is still active to this day, but I don't use it.
okay.
Right there.
Alright, you made a chat.
That's the
Okay.
general.
Okay, hold on. I'm thinking of a channel. I'm thinking of like, hold on. I'm in a thing right now. Let me check what this guy has.
Man.
Announcements.
Hey
Okay,
man, soon I'll go like
announcements.
mute because I have to like wake up my brother and he's a little bit like he's noisy, so
Got you.
I'll mute.
Got you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you though, bro.
No problem, man.
Alright, man.
Just helping folk who likes
Yeah,
helping.
I'm a figure it out though. I'm a look at some stuff.
Yeah, man. Wait, what is this channel for again?
Okay, that's a good one. Announcements. That's not even how you spell it.
Oh yeah, there's other like we're gonna add the rules channel, which I'm gonna lock it. It's only like I'm gonna add the rules channel, the mods channel, the VC channel,
Alright.
and like the announcement channel. Yeah, we're
Got
gonna
you.
add that.
Yeah, we need need multiple channels. Need one like to like also notify when we go live and stuff like that, or like when there's a
Yeah,
new.
the announcement channel is for the live announcements.
Okay.
Yeah, we can also like make the memes channel. That's what Super Ace is saying. The memes channel and the new uploads channel.
Yeah.
Nah,
Wait.
the new upload channel is also gonna be the announcement channel. Like the announcement channel, like you get to announce anything, like anything.
Yeah.
Anything you wanna announce.
Okay, wait. So the announcements, right? Do I put it? You know when it says channel type, do I put it
Yeah.
form, voice, or text?
For the announcement channel, you gotta put it text. Then after I add the thing that's gonna do it like an announcement channel. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you see it on your side?
Yeah, I did it out there. I can see it.
All right. Good.
Channel name. I
Put a streams channel. Yeah, I got you. A rest disease. This is child labor. You're trolling. You're trolling. Yo, Rico, am I working you too hard?
what?
Am I working you too hard?
I don't know, man. I can't tell you. Like I don't know. I don't know anything, man. Hey, then what is this channel? What did I make this channel for? It's the logs. It's the logs channel. This one is the logs channel. Like I'm gonna add the logs channel. I don't know what it does. Also, it's just gonna like do anything. Like when the server is gonna get new, it's gonna like announce it. Mainly, it's gonna announce it. That's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Wait.
Dismiss
Aye.
notifications. Noties. Making them work at 4 a.m. Yo, K-Song, get in here.
Yeah.
You got it back. When you're running.
Nah, man, Kason, man, like I sleep late. Like I sleep like probably like at 1 p.m. Yeah, 1 p.m. Then I usually wake up at 11. Whatever. Right here. Then the rules channel.
Alright, logs. What is logs?
I just added this channel for just to put it here. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I don't know what it does. And the rules channel I added that.
Okay, so Ace said, but you gotta make it certain roles so you can't talk in here because I'm not supposed to. Okay, that's an announcements. Yeah. Okay. Permissions.
Wait, I'll do that. Let me do this real
You do
quick.
that? Okay. Yeah. Let me let you do your job, man. I don't even know what to do. So, but don't work too hard, man. You gotta get some sleep.
I don't sleep right now. I'm gonna sleep like a little bit late.
Oh, okay. Damn, holy. How long is this freaking... Damn, 2-hour stream? Holy, it's my longest one yet. It's my longest one. My boy Rico working overtime. Boy Rico.
Nah, we need the cardboard for this one. I don't know why it's not locking the channel. It needs the cardboard. Wait, let me get the cardboard from my server.
Okay.
I might invite a lot of servers. Alright, let me get the. Oh, we also need like the ticket server where like the tickets channel where like you can like apply or report a mod for doing something. I don't know.
Yeah. You know how to do that?
Yeah, I do know how to do that.
Yeah,
You
case on
just need
Tron,
the
case on Tron.
tickets
Don't take him
bought.
as a take him as a joke.
So,
Also want to chat. Hold on, I want the chat to say reacts. So scary reacts. Scary reacts. So if you guys have any videos, you can post them.
ticket to.
You got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up and you call right back.
Let me see if I can add this here.
Living on his own and he running out of options.
Authorize. Wait, tell me if it added the thing, the bot.
The
I wait, did it add the bot?
the board. Where is it?
The bot for like the tickets thing.
Let me see. Can you see my screen? I don't even know where I'm going. What else? I mean, get your shit. When did ChatGPT say?
I'm about to add
That's fine.
the call bot.
Okay.
Wait. This lock. Hey, can someone like who's a member tell me if like you can like text in the announcements?
Yo, Super Ace. Try to text in the announcements now. Fine with that. Try to type in announcements. Hi, could you make like a memes channel and a new uploads channel? Okay. Wait, Rico.
Yeah.
You know how I have noties and announcements, right? Is it a good idea to make a new uploads channel, or should I do just like announcements or noties?
Oh,
Like,
let me see.
hold on. I think I'm just gonna do.
Let's do the second option. Let's do the second option.
Which one?
You said what again? You said what? I keep on forgetting. You said what?
No, you good. I said like, okay, I have announcements and noties, right?
Yeah.
But like, Super Ace said that I should make a new uploads channel. So should I do that, or should I just do it in the announcements or noties? I think I should just create a whole new uploads channel, right? So like when I post a new YouTube video, that's where it goes.
Yeah. We'll do that.
All right.
Let me see something. Where's the internet? It's not showing the thing for like to do it the announcement channel. Hey, right after you look.
So guys, make sure to sub to the second channel. This is where we post all the live streams.
I don't see the thing.
Okay,
Age
Super Ace
restricted.
said he can't talk in the
In the announcement.
in the announcements, yeah. W Super Ace, bro. W Super Ace. Things only psychopaths do. Make sure to check that one out if you haven't.
Which one?
Nah, I'm just talking to chat.
I bet. Which the channels. Must I look the Scary Reacts one?
The Scary Reacts, what about it?
Yeah, must I lock it? Like lock it.
Oh, that one I want it to be like you guys can like submit like the scary stuff, you know?
Ah,
Yeah, like the videos I watch on live stream, I want you guys to be able to like submit like stories you maybe find that you want me to react to.
I bet. I think mainly we almost done. We just need these 2 more channels.
Alright.
Then like I'll like customize it a little bit.
Got you. It's good, bro. It's good. Appreciate you, bro. Grateful.
No problem, bro. Anytime. Like, is this the first time like you're talking to a South African or
You said what?
like is this the first time you're talking to a South African?
Probably. Yeah. Wait. What? What? Place are you from?
I'm like from Gauteng. I'm from Gauteng. I'm from like Gauteng. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just stop there. Gauteng. Let me see.
You should feel threatened by me.
Yeah.
Yo, so what I
Yeah,
put?
that's it.
Verified email required?
What?
So what I put? Keep your community safe. Do I check?
Nah, there's gonna be a bot for that. There's gonna be a bot for that. Oh, I made a mistake. Damn. I made a mistake.
W Super
The
Ace.
the thing on the announcement things, it should go to the logs one. Cause where it's sitting right now, it's wrong. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Where do I apply for mod? Can be a mod. Yo, guys, can you hear me? Chat, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Wait, do you have friends that like talk French or something? That talk another language? Cause I'm finna add another chat where like only like the certain people who speak that language can like chat in there.
Nah, I don't. Well, you want somebody that
So you're
speaks
just gonna
French?
keep it. What?
Well, you want somebody that speaks French?
Yeah, maybe French, another language. I don't
Yo,
know.
anybody in the chat speaks French? No French guys? No Frenchies? Come on, man. I thought I had a French demographic. I speak French, oui, bro. Come on, I know that too. Oui, Jam Imperial, oui.
I'll edit later, like when you blow up, like the server becomes a little bit big, maybe
Yeah.
like 10K.
Facts. And it'll
Yeah.
be happening soon. Don't relax. It'll be happening very soon.
We'll see, gang, we'll see. But I just hope it happens, man. I just hope it happens, cause like we're a god streamer, man. Just
We got who? You said what? Yo, this guy disconnected. Yo, Rico. You.
I'm still here. I'm muted. Wait, I'm
Oh.
muted. My brother just woke up, so I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so well, are we done for today?
You can go off, but I'll be here working on it.
Okay. Just let me know if you have any problems. Just shoot me a message.
Alright, man. I got you.
I appreciate you, bro. I'ma catch you, bro.
Alright, no problem.
Hey, W Rico, man. W Rico in the chat. I need a W Rico in the chat, man. Help us set up the server. Was trying to do that for a while. Got that set it up. That's nice. That's good. Good progress. This is the longest stream yet. It's crazy. I've never streamed this long. Hopefully he takes care of everything. We're definitely gonna need some moderators. Yeah, because the growth is gonna be crazy. So we need guys fully committed, you know? Like I said though, Fallen, yo, what's good, man? It's good. You missed a lot, bro, but if you haven't, make sure to check out the recent video, right? I posted today 5 hours ago. Join the Discord. We just made the server today. I pinned hold on. I thought I pinned it. Hold on. Did I not pin it? Join the server. I'm about to put in the link into the chat. Join that. No, join the community. Join the community. Invite to server. Copy. Okay. Yo, appreciate the sub, the club. Love is the feeling. Wow, I can't even talk. I can never talk, man. I can never talk. Appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, join that. That's the Discord link. Once you join that, can talk to me directly. Me too. You know me. I'm a respond. You know. We got that set it up today. We did some nice reacts, man. Nox, we in. Yo, Fallen, we here. Yes, sir, we here. If you haven't, again, check out the recent video we posted on the main channel. Check out the backup channel where we post all the live streams. Yeah. Holy W2-hour stream, bro. Holy 2-hour stream. Holy 2-hour stream, man. W productive stream. Now I'm telling you, bro. This was a good one. This was a very good one. We're looking, not gonna lie, we're looking kind of good. We're looking, this guy, what's his name, Rico, putting in pain. Subscribe, invest, and be the best. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh. Check the server stats on the DC. Hold on. Let's see what this guy Rico talking about. Nah, that's kind of fire. Subscribe, invest, and be the best. Check the server on the DC. How do I do that? What do you mean? On the DC? Yo, what does he mean? Anybody, what does he mean? What does that mean? Love is a feeling. Quench my desire. What does he mean? What does he mean? Check the server stats on DC. How do I check the server stats? Server boost. Random. Rico, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but I don't know what you mean. Yo, we got 9 members. Yo, let's go. Started today with 0. Hey, that's a good thing. Oh, server stats. Is this what he's talking about? Server stats. Okay. The setup has been completed with the template D. Okay. Okay. It shows all the members. That's what it is. Okay. Fire. Go to the Z's Investor, then you'll see the service as category. Yeah. Yes. It's a channel. Okay. Appreciate that. W3.7. W3.7. Come on. Sounds excited? Nah, I'm mad. What do you mean? I'm very mad today. Hey, man. W Stream. Thank you guys for coming in. This was a very productive stream. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Spam up the W's. Spam up the W's. Spam up the W's. We out.